Welcome back to Alibro's episode. Now we are continuing with the topic of organization of data, which is the third chapter of economics of part 2 of plus 1. In the previous session, we discussed how to present the data in accordance with the nature of the data we collect. When the quantity of data increases, it's a collection and the organization styles also differ. Now we discuss the use of tally marks in the preparation and the collection of data. Use of tally marks. How this tally marker is used? Suppose we are collecting information from a classroom in which 100 students are studying. We are collecting their scores, that means marks of a particular subject from them. And we should organize the data in a simple format, and it can be done with the help of tally marks. Practically, it is done like this. For example, there are just 100 students, and we are collecting the marks scored by them on a particular subject. Somebody scored 0 marks, and some 1, 2, 3, 4, like this, and somebody scored the maximum 50 marks. So the maximum mark of this subject is 50, and therefore we have to design the manner of presentation of this data, and it can be done with the help of tally marks. For example, we have to classify the data into 5 categories, 0 to 10. It represents marks. Number of students who scored between 0 to 10, including 0 and 10. That is to be accounted here. The maximum mark is 50, and therefore we are classifying the data here with a gap of 10 marks. For example, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, and 40 to 50. In this way, we are going to tabulate the data on the basis of mark scored. For this purpose, we prepared a slab here. This kind of making slab is called a class. Here, a low end figure 0 and a high end figure 10 represents this class. Means 0 to 10, including 0 and 10, will be considered in this class. The difference between the high end and the low end, 0 and 10, it's a difference, that is 10. That will be considered as class interval. So, the class interval will be always designed with uniformity. The second, third, fourth and fifth classes are also having the same class interval. With the same class interval, we are going to group the data that we have to collect into different slabs, and these slabs are known as class. So what is class here? 0, 10, 10, 20, 20, 30. That is the process here. And we collect information that falls within the class. Then how to use this tally mark? We ask the students that who scored between 0 and 10 stand up, or we collect information from them. In this case, when one student says he scored 3 marks, we just put a tally mark here. This is not a tally mark. Then another one, his mark is 5. It is in between this 0 and 10. Then we put another tally mark. In this way, next one told 9 marks. It is also in between 0 to 9, 0 to 10. We put another tally mark. Then another one said 3 marks. The fourth one said 2 marks. The fourth tally mark is recorded here. Then the fifth one said he had 8 marks. Then we mark the tally like this. So now it forms a group of 5. Group of 5. Then only one more student is there. He scored 7 marks. We put another tally mark. Then what is the total number of students scored in between 0 and 10? It is easy because the first group 4 plus the cross tally 5. This is 5. At a glance, simply at a glance, we can identify that it consists of 5 plus 1 and there is 6. 6 students. In this way, collected information can be put like these tally marks. When first information is collected, put on tally. Then next, 4 tallies are there. Fifth information is marked like this. Then it will become a group of tally. And next information will be collected and plotted as the next tally mark. If there exists 3, it will be easy to total them. 5 plus 3, 8 will be the total number of students in between 10 and 20. Thus, tally marks can be used to denote the information collected. Each tally mark represents a particular data. And when it comes to 5, after putting 4 tally marks, the fifth will be in a crossed manner. It will be put in a crossed manner. And it will become a combination of 5. So this group will become 5. In this way, here is 5 tally marks, another 5 tally marks, and then 2. We can easily total this. 5 plus 5, 10 plus 2, 12. So the calculation or presentation will be more easy. This is the use of tally marks in collection and presentation of statistical data. When informations are collected in this way by several groups, consider this example 0 to 10, 10 to 20, etc. And how many numbers lies in between this? For example, between 0 and 10, how many numbers? And between 10 and 20, how many numbers? If suppose between 0 and 10 there exist 10 numbers, then that will be shown here. Here, actually, in our example, we collect marks of the students. This column will be marks, and this will be number of students. Between 0 to 10 marks, 10 number of students are there who scored between this. That means out of these 10, some may score 0 and some may score 10 and some may score in between. So from 0 to 10 there exist 10 members. And this number in statistics is usually termed as frequency. It is usually called a frequency. So in statistics, when we tabulate these informations, there will be a class column and a frequency column. This class and the frequency column will constitute the whole data we collected. And when we present this in this format, it will be simple and easy to understand what the class means and where it starts from and where it ends, and how many people are there, means the frequency, or how many data are there in between this class. It can be expressed in a simple format with the help of this kind of presentation style. So this is related to the preparation of tables for the purpose of statistical analysis. We can consider one more. Suppose we are collecting information regarding something else. It can be presented in different formats in accordance with the requirements. What is the requirements of collecting the data and analyzing and presenting the data? The manner of presentation will differ in accordance with such a requirement. When we want to collect individual information, then there should be the name of persons. If we want to collect the individual information regarding age of a group of people, age of a group of people, and in such a case, as in the case of our previous example, 0 to 10 and tally mark, it is not suitable. We want the information related to the age of a group of people residing in a particular place or residing in a house. Suppose in a house there resides 5 people, and we want to collect the information related to the age of these people. In such a case, this kind of class presentation is not suitable. That is why I already said the collection and the presentation of information will differ in accordance with the nature of information that we collect and the requirements of the information for analysis. If we want to analyze the age of people, then the table should contain like this. Name should be in one column and age should be in another column. Here name will be recorded, XR. His age 17. And another person Y. His age 20. So the tabulation style will be different. Just because of the reason that the nature and the process and requirement is different, entirely different. In the classroom, we want to assess the brilliance of the students, the average performance, average standard performance of the students. So the collection of data, classification, presentation, tabulation will be different from that of this. Here we are going to collect the age details of a particular group of people. The style that we used here cannot be applicable in the case of these students from where we collected information related to their marks. So when the nature and the purpose of the information differ, the formalities and the collection process, presentation, everything will differ. In case of any doubts regarding this topic, contact through the email.